All right, guys. So, welcome to another episode of the podcast about nothing. Bitch, we in here. All right, we're back. And it feels like we're on constant repeat. This feels like an intro. A lot's been going on.
Yep.
You know. By the way, if you're listening, thank you for listening. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. And check us out on TikTok. The podcast about nothing one. Bailey put that thing together, and look out for us on Facebook too. So that's about to be popping. Yeah, welcome back to another episode. We don't really have anything to talk about. Do you have anything on your mind?
How I hate driving in this fucking town. I hate it.
Random, but indulge me. Talk to me.
No, so like every freaking morning I'm taking these kids to school. If there's a four-way stop here in town, Muskogee people have a real good job of fucking it up every time. It makes me so mad.
People are crazy.
It makes me so mad because it's not that hard. Like, whoever got there first goes first. If we all get there at the same time, you let the person to your right go first. Like that's it.
People don't, it's like people just got their license yesterday whenever it comes to driving in this town. But I just go with the flow. You know, Chinese proverb, be like water.
Well, people, I don't know. People don't even come to a full stop. It just makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Like, it does not have to be that hard. Like, it was like a week ago or so. I just dropped the big kids off at school. I'm going around the corner to drop the baby off at her school. I got to come up to a four-way stop. I'm in the turn lanes. I got to turn left. It's a busy time of day. So, lots of people that are all in a hurry to get somewhere. As I'm turning left, this car that was turning right, trying to go the same direction as me, this old man in a suit. Like, that's how close I was to his car. I could see what he was wearing.
God damn, you saw the shoes he had on?
Didn't come to a full stop. I just laid on the horn because please hit me in your Lexus. Yeah. Please. Plus, I just gotten off work after my third 12. Please hit me.
Yeah. You don't take it easy on that horn. You'll let somebody know how you feel.
If they're wrong, they're wrong, and you're going to hear it.
Yeah, for real.
Tell me why by the time I got around the corner and parked, Ashley Ragsdale texted me. She said, "Why'd you honk at that man like that?"
Just showing everybody your true colors out there, huh?
Yep. And I said, because he needed to wake up. He was still asleep. He needs to stop to a full stop and wait his turn. You're not taking my turn.
I will admit, I have been part of the problem here lately. And I'm the type of person that needs to listen to something specific. I'm not sure what that was, but your ring hit the deal. Okay, so I just need to listen to something specific all the time. Well, with that being said, I have a horrible habit of when I'm at the stop sign, flicking up my phone and going through YouTube and stuff. So I don't necessarily roll through a stop sign, but I could be that person that you have to honk at to pay attention to what the fuck is going on.
I would take that any day.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, right. I would take that any day. Like, at least you're stopped. You're not just blindly, I turn now. Good luck, everyone else.
Right.
No, that, and then nobody wants to use their blinkers. It irritates me so bad.
I definitely use my blinkers.
Yeah. Let us know where you're going, bro. That way, we can move out of your way.
Yeah.
I'm not an aggressive driver. Because, 97% of the time I got kids in the car.
Question. I was at a roundabout. You know what a roundabout is? There's circles. And I turned left anyway. But I was going left because it was a circle. Was that unnecessary?
You're supposed to go right, and then whenever your turn comes. So even if you got to almost go all the way around, that's what you got to do.
All right. So, the one I'm talking about is in Telequal. I was going into, you have to, you are going to the right.
Yeah.
All right. So I had to turn right to get onto it, but the whole inside was going left, turning around. I turned on my turning signal, and I thought to myself, damn, was that unnecessary? Because everybody's going left already.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Better safe than sorry.
Yeah, I'm a super cautious person.
Yeah.
In fact, the other day, let's have this conversation. We were in Mobile driving, and I'm this cautious, right? I've watched a shit ton of YouTube videos, and they all say, watch out for Mobile at night. It gets crazy, right? And to add to this suspicion, I'm a talkative person. To add to this suspicion, we got to the Waffle House, and I saw this other black guy there. And I feel comfortable, talking to a guy, that looks like me. I was like, hey, bro, is Mobile a good place to live? And he asked his wife, and she was like, I'm surprised you made it this far. And I was like, damn. So I bring that up to say I'm super suspicious. We were driving in Mobile, and there was a car that was following us, at least for like 4 blocks. And like, shit, I was getting nervous, And I told you, and you're like, oh, they're probably just going somewhere. But I don't know where that long story was going. But yeah, no, like I'm super suspicious on the road. Yeah.
Being aware of everything going on around you while you're driving. You have to be.
Absolutely.
Because I don't know, you could be the most careful person in the world, but everyone around you probably isn't. Facts,
man. My biggest fear is and I've had this maybe like the last couple of weeks, is going through a red, stoplight. All it takes is that one person to run that red stoplight, and it'll end your life. And for the people that's from Muskogee, over there by Pop and Go, that stoplight, I don't know if you remember, babe, but a couple people died there.
Yeah.
At that stoplight in front of Pop and Go, for somebody running the light, just not paying attention and shit. And yeah, so that's kind of been one of my fears. Is just somebody neglecting to pay attention to the light and just run through that bitch. With all that being said, me and the kids ran a red light the other day, and we were on our way to a football game. And how it happened is before every football game, like our kids, like they have their certain songs that they listen to. Like with Taj, whenever he was playing, it was NLE Chopper Walk 'Em Down, and like. We just turn up the song and just get hype as we can in the car, windows down, music blaring. And with Chief, it's Roddy Ricch, the box. And like, that's how I get Chief hype all the time. You could be going to a funeral and play that, and Chief is ready to run through a wall. So, like I was playing it, and I guess I was looking down at the radio, or we were just dancing and wasn't paying attention. And like, we just... It was one of those deals where you notice it too late. You try to hit the brakes, but you're in the middle of traffic, so you just got to keep going type deal.
Yeah.
So we're really blessed that nothing happen. But those experiences can straighten you out really fast. So I was going 5 under the rest of the way to practice and had the music low. It definitely, changed up the mood a little bit. So, but yeah, man, driving in this world is crazy, and we are getting to the point to where Taj is getting closer to where he's going to be driving. So whenever I was little, like my brothers that put me in a car and they'd take me around Fredonia, and like every time I'd make a wrong turn, what are you doing? No. Like they yell at me, and I'd be like so nervous, like fucking up, you're going too fast. So, like here lately, I'd say the past, 6 months, I'll put Taj in a car, and it's on a straightaway, and it's in our neighborhood. And for people that don't know, our neighborhood is what is it called? It's off of a main street.
It's kind of like a horseshoe.
Yeah.
Off of a main street. So like,
right.
Unless you know where you're going back here,
then you're not really going to be back here.
Yeah.
So like, there's not a lot of through traffic per se coming through. But
here he goes.
But I'll put Taj in there straight away, and like he does good, and we've just been going straight. And the last
don't make him have to turn.
I was getting out of there the last time we practiced turning, and he turned into the driveway. And it's very nervous because I've had this mental image of somebody just driving through that wall over there. But I mean, he stopped. It was crooked, but yeah, man, our guy got through it. So just speaking about driving, Taj is getting closer to that age. So I'm kind of getting his feet wet in it, you know. So at least the first time he really gets back there to really, you know, it's not going to be a scary thing. Plus, people in the country be letting people drive them trucks when they're 12 years old, too.
I'm saying I started driving at like 13.
Right.
And then by the time I got my permit, I was driving us home from school in Warner to Muskogee while Mom was in the passenger seat, and she just like on her phone or something. She wasn't paying no attention. So
I went from practicing in my neighborhood to driving to Tulsa. Like there was no in between. Yeah, I got money when my dad died, and I saved that up as a down payment. And I worked a little bit that summer, and my brother helped me go in on a down payment because my mom couldn't afford it. And we got my first car, and it had a sunroof in it, and it was so awesome. And I remember my mom just saying, I was basically her Uber driver. Go get me something to eat, bring me a pack of cigarettes. And whenever it was free time, she'd let me drive around the neighborhood. And I told her, like, hey, me and Nate are just going around the block or something. And we shot off to Tulsa. We were gone for the whole day. So hopefully our kid isn't like that.
when they say you're going to pay for your raising,
Man,
I just need you to know all this goofy stuff that's bound to happen eventually is because of you.
I'm okay with that because I did stupid shit. True enough. You know, I stole stuff. I never robbed anybody successfully. You know, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I never ended up in jail or nothing like that. So even though it was stupid, I never had to give my mom that call. So if our kids give us that same courtesy, then I can live with everything else.
For sure.
Just don't end up in the hospital or don't end up in jail.
Yeah.
Outside of that, live life. Live life. To my sons, to my daughters, just
live life.
Stay in a cocoon and protect it, and I'll be there for you. All right. No, like, I guess back to our point of going to Mobile. How was that drive for you this time? Because this is going to be it felt different this time. It felt more familiar because it's going to be our third time going down there. And, you know, like, how was that drive for you? 10 hours is a long time in the car.
It's not bad either way for me. Even the first time it wasn't bad. Mississippi takes 6 years to get through.
Fact. Oh, and to give people context, the first two times we pretty much drove through Mobile on the way to vacation in Florida. And then this time we drove to Mobile and we visited with your mom. And, you know, we had dinner and just kind of spent the day there. So
Yeah.
just some context. All right. So how was your drive down there?
It was fine.
Yeah. All right. I discovered Bojangles chicken. And it was amazing. We had just got into Arkansas, and I told her I'm gonna drive, obviously, because she's been working. She works overnight, so I figured I'd be the man, step it up, you know. And as soon as I got on the road, sure enough, I got tired. I stopped and got one of them Bo-Berry biscuits.
Those are freaking good.
Jesus Christ, I could eat those off a boot. Little blueberries with the ices.
No, those are good ones. For real.
So it was a good drive. The Bojangles were great. I ended up driving most of the time, and Bailey's an amazing driver, and she's definitely better than me. But I kind of toughed it out, and I did most of the driving this time there and back, and I felt, you know, pretty good about that. You know, just telling your girl, go back there and get some rest, girl, be quiet. Anyways, down there we went to an oyster bar, and something that was pretty cool I'd never seen here was that they kind of allow their dogs there.
Oh, yeah. Lots of places Like, obviously well-behaved dogs.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
It wasn't a madhouse, but it was amazing to like, nigga, the dog had a seat at the bar. Like, and he had a bowl of treats right next to where that person had a pint of beer. Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, I just thought that was so cool.
Yeah.
We don't, first of all, the place was vibes. Like, I felt like if you were the type of person that could just vibe out, then you could talk to anybody there and have a good conversation.
No, for sure. Yeah.
I definitely got that. And the bartenders was nice. I just thought it was a cool layout. And it was called like Oyster City Bar or something.
Yeah. Oyster City Brewery, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. It's fucked up because the whole time I was riding around, I love watching the Food Network. And I know that the oysters are like popular around that area, because it's coastal. So you're close to the water. And I was like, let's stop there because beer. I mean, obviously you like beer, and then I wanted oysters. It kind of seemed like a perfect marriage. And we didn't want to go back to our Airbnb and do nothing. And like we stopped there, and they had beer, great beer, but they didn't have any oysters. And I found that kind of fucked up.
But it was fine because right next door is an actual oyster bar.
Yes.
So
I can't remember the name, but I do remember looking it up and it being like a 4 or 5 star establishment. Mm-hmm. And the cool thing about this is that you can order your oysters over there and bring them across the street and like get drunk and eat your oysters there. So that's kind of what we did. And so Bailey took care of the beer per usual, and I took care of the food per usual, and it turned out being a pretty good night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say out of all the beers that we tried, because we tried a bunch, the lemon beer paired very well with the seafood.
The lemon one, and I liked the, what was it, like the raspberry?
The hibiscus?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, the hibiscus was good.
No, I liked that one too.
In a weird way, I like the strawberry beer, but whenever you start playing with like flavors too fruity, just like make it sweet. Just make it a Kool-Aid and give it to me. I don't drink beer so much to where I could just take it in a bunch of different flavors and enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I would just rather just have that beer and just like get it over with. But I'm more of a liquor person. You're more of a beer person. So I could see you like having those different flavors and finding which one that you enjoy and shit.
No, that one, and then of course the pickle one. I liked that one.
That was interesting.
Yeah. No, I liked that one.
Would you try a Dr. Pepper pickle deal that everybody's talking about?
Yeah, I was just talking to Holly about that yesterday.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like the TikTok. Yeah, you go to Sonic, order your Dr. Pepper and a side of pickles. Dump them pickles in that baby, give it a good stir. I haven't tried it yet, but I told Holly that I would try it.
Everybody's trying it. I mean, at this point in life, is there any way you can fuck up a pickle?
No, you have to try real, real hard.
Yeah, you have to put some chocolate on it or something. That's the only way you can fuck it up. But yeah, no, the pickle beer was really good. Once again, I don't want to be that guy, like if I'm gonna have pickle juice too, I'd rather just drink pickle juice.
Yeah.
I will say this. Did you see the pickle lemonade?
Uh-uh.
All right. I mean, it's the same thing as the Dr. Pepper, but you put the pickles in a lemonade type deal.
I bet that's bomb, though.
Yeah.
I know I'd like that.
Yeah. Now, that would be super refreshing. Now,
yeah.
I like that cucumber agua fresca. Mm-hmm. Nigga, the one that's oh, my God.
Yeah.
I would fight 30 old people for that cucumber watermelon that's Snow King at the same time.
When you say old people, what age they got to start at?
I don't know. Just a really annoying kind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The one that's about to see Jesus already, so I can just knock him out easy like the little video game characters.
Oh, my God.
Boop. Oh, please forgive me. Mm-mm. Oh, okay. So, do you have anything else that you want to talk about?
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah, this
I
is
knew
about as fucking random.
I dove in on, traffic and stuff, but
Hey, if that's how you feel.
it is. I've been feeling it for a couple weeks. I'm so glad school's about to be out. I'm tired of driving around with these other parents rushing to drop kids off. I'm sick of them.
Summer's really, I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoy summer. Yeah. I feel like the past couple years have sucked because our babies are really young. Mm-hmm. And it just seemed like we were a couple that was at the lake all the time. Even when we had our first two kids, just swimming. But then somewhere along the point, or somewhere along the way, like 4 kids just became too much to frequent going to the lake. Just watching all kids, just making sure everybody's safe. And if we did go, like we were so busy doing that like we didn't get to swim.
No, you don't enjoy it.
Right. So I've felt deprived of the summer for quite a while, and I've just had the urge to just go to somebody's pool or just somewhere where a body of water is and just swim. Swim like I never had before, man. Me and my friends would just go to the lake and jump off cliffs, and I don't know. I love being in the water. I love swimming. My body would probably cramp the fuck out now since it's been so long, but
yeah,
I would still love to do it. So I'm glad that it's close to being summer. I love it. But at the same token, just working from home and the kids being here all day long, it makes my job really, really hard.
Yeah.
Because, like obviously the kids are expecting me to cook. So the morning time is the busiest for my business or for any business. Obviously, it's opening hours. But, like I have to juggle that, all the kids' needs, and then breakfast, lunch, and dinner at the same time. And that can just wear me out. So I always look forward to school after the summer just so I could get that break for the first half of the day so I could truly focus on what I'm trying to work on. So
yeah.
What are you looking for most this summer too?
I really haven't thought about it.
I know. It feels like this is one of those summers to where we're just in grind mode, hustle mode, but at the same time, we do have vacation planned.
Mm-hmm. No, like last week, I spent more time than I'd like to admit in the break room filling out my schedule for the month of June and July, trying to make sure that I didn't
miss something.
Yeah, that, or I mean, it's...
Whose birthday's up next? Miles?
Yeah.
In June?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, I mean, just trying, or that, and then trying to make sure that I don't schedule myself, like, to work a full weekend because...
yeah.
Ain't nobody getting no sleep when them kids are up.
There's so many damn birthdays coming up. It's like every time you turn your head, there's a kid's birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Luckily, they're spread out. They're not all like months back to back or all in the same month or something.
I would almost rather do that. Just all pile them into one room and just have all their birthday parties at one time. Mm-hmm. And they all know that it's their birthday, so they're all not expecting a shit ton of gifts. Just give them like 4 gifts apiece and just clump it all together. I mean, but that's just the cheap side. Everybody hates Chris Dad of me, like coming out.
Yeah.
Just like, golly, I just want to tell them, can y'all just stop with the birthdays for 1 year so we can get the shit that we need to taken care of? But I mean, we're definitely blessed that these birthday parties are coming in order that they get, the more that we're able to afford to get them the stuff that they want. So
right.
I'm not going to complain about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So enough of the random talk. Let's jump into some hot topics.
Okay.
Do you want to go first?
Sure. So
talk to me.
Did you see the other day Nicki Minaj was on live?
I saw that.
In Amsterdam.
How you get arrested for weed in Amsterdam?
Right. Well, they didn't know it was weed. They just were saying, like, you're carrying drugs.
Oh.
You're carrying drugs. And she was like, no, I'm not. He was like,
The queen of hip hop.
Yes, you are.
Damn.
And he was like, you're under arrest. She was like, no, I'm not. I haven't done anything. And he literally looked at her and he said, yes, you are. You're being arrested. And she was like, nope, I need to talk to an attorney. And he literally told her, he was like, that's fine, but you're coming to the police station. Yeah.
Damn.
And she had weed on her. I mean, so.
Damn.
Yeah, but on live, like she just in her own world.
So, like, was she at the airport or something?
I'm not 100% sure. I think she
had to be somewhere.
I think she was leaving the airport.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Because in Amsterdam, weed is completely fine.
Yeah.
And I'll go a step further to say that a narcotic past that is even fine. But I do know that it's pretty common for hash, weed, and mushrooms in that area and stuff like that. So for her to get arrested in drug charges in the drug whatever of the world is kind of crazy. But leave it up to her. You know? By the way, kudos to her. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I kind of hated on the last album.
Yeah.
And I still kind of don't like none of the songs. But 10 plus years in the game and she's still doing world tours and killing it.
For real.
So kudos to Nicki. You can't really hate on that.
So, yeah, I mean, she was, put under arrest, taken to the police station. She was in and out in like under 2 hours, but she was fined for marijuana possession. What it says here, after her arrest at the Amsterdam airport. So, I mean, you can't just be traveling across the world with drugs like that.
Yeah, I mean, everybody think they can outslick the system.
Yeah.
Don't. Brittany Griner was a prime example. Should have been a prime example for fucking everybody not to play with drugs overseas. Just be smart about it. Like, I would love to visit Dubai, but they can't smoke over there. I don't know if I would want to be over there.
Yeah.
Can you drink over there?
I'm sure.
Okay.
As much as they party, I'm sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, what do I have for hot topics? Okay. Yeah, the Home Alone house is for sale. Mm-hmm. We kind of talked about this before the podcast, but it was previously owned, or it had a previous owner that did renovations. So a lot of the guts don't look like what you've seen in the movies. Like in the attic where the guy got electrocuted and they had all that pain and stuff like that. It's a movie theater and it got like the posters of the Home Alones all in there so you can watch it. And the attic where Kevin had to stay and ultimately was left at, that is actually turned into like a really nice room. And I just thought it was really dope. Of course, the kitchen, like the whole thing's been gutted out and renovated to like a modern style to what you would want. Besides the outside, they kept the landscaping exactly the same.
Nice.
They kept the color of the house, brick. I mean, everything. They didn't touch it. And it's for $5.2 million. And I just think, what an awesome Airbnb opportunity. Mm-hmm. Or just a house to have, to invite everybody over for Thanksgiving. Like, how cool would it be
That's a big house.
Oh, yeah, it's a huge house.
Yeah.
To host a party at the Home Alone house. Like, the only way that could get better is if Macaulay Culkin himself was there. I mean,
to rent it out for the weekend and have your family's Christmas there.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
That'd be pretty dope.
I would pay somebody to rob us just so we could have that experience.
You have them come knock on the door in the little fake policeman outfit.
Make my life complete.
Right.
Oh my God. Home Alone was such a big part of my life growing up. I just remember, I vividly remember the story. I tell you this all the time. We talk about Home Alone, but my mom, like I ate dinner right before Home Alone 3 came out. And we all went to the movies as a family and watched it. And I remember I laughed so hard, like I threw up at the movie theaters.
Yeah.
My cousins never forgave me for that. But it was funny. It was funny. All right. Do you have anything for hot topics? Man, I feel like I'm missing something, babe.
Yeah?
Yeah, I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know where my phone is, though.
It's right there on the desk. Yesterday, we been spending the last couple weeks putting together a surprise birthday party for one of my best friends because she turns 30. So I spent all day yesterday coordinating with the other BFFs to get her makeup done without her being suspicious of what was going on while they're setting everything up. I had to stop by the house real quick before we went to the party, and Emilio almost ruined it.
I did. Damn, boy, I almost ruined it. We kept the babies away just so they don't give it away, and I said something.
That gave it away.
Yeah.
But, so we're driving across town, and I turned down a little side road, and I know Holly looked at me like, where the hell are we going? I told her, I was like, I got to stop in here real quick. I pulled up and turned the car off and put it in park. And she was like, I was like, come in with me. She said, do I need my purse? I said, no. She said, do I need my ID? I said, no, probably not. We got out of the car. She was looking at me like she didn't know whether she needed to be following me or not. And we went in, and Chuchi had the lights all turned off, and everybody was waiting. And they yelled surprise, and the DJ started playing. They had
a DJ there?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. She was surprised. Her old soft self started crying and everything.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she had no idea.
Classic. Straight out of a book. You know, I didn't know that they had been through so much, and just kind of hearing her story just kind of made me even more happy for them as a family. Because the older I get, man, I just want people to be happy. Life is so much full of shit.
Yeah.
And I spent so much time like worrying about other people that, you know, like I just want people to be happy. But I found the last hot topic that I wanted to talk about. Right. And South Park just done a new special about weight loss. And I thought it was funny and stuff. And I will admit to you, I haven't watched it because I haven't watched South Park in a long time. But I do know that they're funny. And the thing about this one, this whole weight loss deal is it was all about Ozempic.
Yeah.
And they brought up Lizzo a lot.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, a lot. And the Lizzo slander was kind of funny at first. But I feel like it's getting to be a little too much.
Yeah.
Whenever you're in the public spotlight and your blemishes are out there and you're literally just hanging out there and like people are just taking all kind of shots at you. Mm-hmm. And Lizzo is quite possibly one of the most positive artists that we have in our culture, in the Black culture.
Yeah.
Like she don't rap about popping her pussy or, you know, it's mostly women empowerment, you know, and that's kind of what we need. And I just feel like they're tearing her down to the point to, when does Lizzo reach that point to where she can't come back?
Yeah.
You know, she already kind of feels like a fragile soul. I kind of get that vibe from her. You know, somebody that's looking for love type of deal.
Right. Yeah.
You know, and I just feel like, I just feel bad for her, babe. You know, I just feel like, how much criticism can one person take before they do something to hurt themselves or, you know, give me your thoughts on that. You know, like, I mean, I really don't know what you can say, you know, like I just kind of felt bad for her.
People are mean anyways. It don't matter. I mean, especially, like if you're a celebrity, you know, you get too skinny, everybody talks about you.
Yeah.
You get plastic surgery, everybody talks about you.
No.
You keep a natural body, everybody talks about you.
No.
You're overweight, everybody talks about you.
No.
You have a baby and you don't snap back in a month, everybody talks about you. Like, so really as a woman, I mean, yeah, it is men too, but I mean, specifically Hollywood and women, like there's no winning. So, I mean, just to come out as a new artist within the last, I don't know, 6 years or so, she's a big girl. Like you can see that from the get-go.
I thought she was about to say you could see that from afar.
No, I mean, like you can see it from the get-go. Like there's no, you know, like that, if that's her one big thing that people are going to pick at, like you can't hide that.
Right.
You know, I mean, and then so
but she always been so positive.
Yeah. So like, so what if whatever method she's using to lose weight, because the people that are also losing weight by doing liposuction, like people aren't picking them apart. Mm-hmm. And that's a lot, you know, like in that scene.
Yeah. I seen, on TMZ or somewhere where they're filming the Kardashians. And, Scott Disick had a problem with his weight fluctuating. He's never really been big, but he's one of those like weird Hollywood people that want to stay skinny or fit or something like that. But they saw a weight loss drug like in his icebox and he's already skinny. And a lot of people were worried about that.
Yeah.
For Scott Disick, obviously since his public relationship has kind of been in a downward spiral, according to the media. I don't know personally, but yeah, man, it's crazy. And I just wish peace and positivity to her, because like I said, we don't have too many positive artists in our genre that we could like fill our playlist with that can possibly help somebody out or feel better for the day.
Yeah, just make people feel good, like in whatever it is they got going on.
Or confident, like hey, I was raised by a big woman. Them chicken breasts in the kitchen, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, do your thing, girl. Yeah. Anyways.
It's kind of, society kind of gets people caught up in this idea of like, I don't know, of like, I mean, men and women, but, I wish I was as big as I thought I was in high school. Yeah. You have to think, like, in high school, like, those are, like, teen bodies. Yeah. Teenage bodies. Those aren't grown adult bodies,
I will say this, not to sound cocky or nothing, like, I like the level of popularity where I'm at, like, where I'm recognizable in my city. People know me. People want to have a conversation, but I'm not that popular to where people want to know my life, like, or try to, like, prod me like they would a celebrity or something like that. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So one last thing, and I don't think we're harping on it. I just think it's everywhere, so it's news at this point, and it's unavoidable. Did you see that 50 Cent actually created a fucking documentary titled Diddy Do It?
No, I didn't see this.
Yeah, and 50 Cent is the type. He's a Twitter troll.
Yeah, he likes the back and forth. Yeah. Oh,
he loves it. But people thought he was joking, and he wasn't. His production company has made a 3-part Diddy Do It series, and the bidding war has gotten so big that it was quote unquote told to be around $300 million, and Netflix won the bidding war and bought the documentary from Diddy. So it's going to be huge. Yeah, it's coming to Netflix. It's going to be titled Diddy Do It, and it's going to be a 3-part series. But here's the deal: 50 Cent made another joke and was like, the way that these cases are coming out, like, we might have to, like, make another series. Yeah. So, like, this thing is growing, like, before it's released. Yeah. And we've seen the downfall of Bill Cosby, all these other people. And I'm just very curious to see how it ends for Diddy.
I know.
But I will say this. Justifiably, whatever they give Diddy, they need to do that same shit to Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, yeah. No, for sure.
We still haven't finished that series, Baby Reindeer.
No, we haven't.
But the reason that I bring that up is because that lady came out and she was like, I was not that attracted to him, or not that. She was like, she said the story was inaccurate in the sense that he said that she sent hundreds of emails, but in reality, she only sent like 50 or something like that. Yeah, so she basically went on this whole press tour of cleaning her image up since she was an actual person. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I think that'll probably be the last that we hear of that series.
I know.
Definitely, I guess, would like to see how like it all ends. Is there any other new shows you're watching? Hacks.
Yeah, we need to start that.
If you guys haven't seen Hacks on HBO, me and Bailey, for, that's about 2 years, we leaned very heavy into Vegas and was there just like for those 2 years, 3 or 4 times. Yep. And there was this TV show that we watched that premiered on HBO, and it was based in Las Vegas. And the cool part about that is it was coming out as we were having that experience, and we could kind of see a certain street and be like, oh, we were driving on that street, or see a restaurant or a hotel. It's like, oh, I remember that. So there was a lot of fun in watching that show around that time. So the new season 3 came out. If you guys haven't watched it, it's a very bingeable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
TV show for you to watch, and yeah, definitely good to check out. Outside of that, I haven't watched anything new.
Oh, that the show Them.
Oh yeah,
the second season of it.
Shit,
we haven't even finished that. That one, guys. If you want something, I'm into like scary shit. That one makes me feel anxious the whole time I'm watching it, but that's what keeps me coming back.
I haven't watched it episodes since we watched it together because I refuse to watch that shit by myself. And I will say this: I'm proud of all the black directors that Jordan Peele paved the way for, to where we can get stuff that we probably would have never gotten. Because I'll tell you another. All right, well, not to stray too far from Them. I love that show. I think it's scary. It is really hard to watch all the racist shit on TV. You know, to some people it don't bother them that much, but that aspect of it does. But I will say it's an awesome storyline. But back to my point, you know, like we've gotten this influx of young black directors that have killed the game since Jordan Peele has came out. Mm-hmm. And some of my favorite things that I've liked personally from the young black directors is they cloned Tyrone on Netflix. Yeah, that was a good one. That's a really amazing TV show. Yeah, there's a lot of great meaning. There's a lot of humor. Jamie Foxx and John Boyega are great actors. Another one is called The Blackening. And it's kind of like a horror comedy. And I feel like it's just a masterpiece. It's a cliche, scary movie type deal. And you're probably going to know who the murderer is. About halfway through the movie, you'll be able to guess it. But it's just really fun. It's really original. And, we just haven't got work like that. And I would just say like Ryan Coogler, the director of like all the Black Panthers and the Creed movies and stuff like that. And it's just a wonderful time that people like us haven't been able to break through in Hollywood, and they have, and on the directorial side, and they've fucking smashed it. And they've given the platform to be successful. And that's how we're able to have all this good content. So, man, I noticed stuff like that, and I'm definitely grateful for it. With that being said,
I think that's about it.
That'd be about it. That's kind of a mouthful of shit. That made me thirsty. Man, thank you guys for coming to hang out. Mm-hmm. So let's try to do this again next week.
I know.
Yeah.
We're going to get back in the swing, guys. Just hold on with us.
We are. Life is hectic. Once we get in the house, get our kids scheduled, and ultimately get ourselves in order, things will kind of fall in order. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys tuning in and checking this out. And love you guys.
No, just keep listening, liking, subscribing. We got more stuff to say.
All right. Peace.
Bye.
Out of there.